So people living in Himalayas, you can see, when there's a low oxygen, maybe at 5,300 meter above the sea level, there's a deficiency of oxygen. But with the meditation, they are functioning really well. Their body is fit. The reason why? Because the vital power, the energy, they can grasp more than people living on the flat, on the surface, on the ground like us. So with the meditation technique, you can enhance the more vital energy into you, and that will bring more positivity in your life. So that's why the pranayama and meditation at a very initial stage is very important. And as you progress ahead, you will bring complete clarity of your own self. You will be able to understand that you, in fact, your breath is under your control. You will have automatically very regulated breath. So you are more calm and composed within yourself. And once you are calm and composed, you are able to make better decisions. You are able to understand things better. When your mind is wavering, when you are not peace within yourselves, you cannot make any significant decision in your life. You cannot make any headways in your life. But once you are centered within yourself, once you are established and rooted within your own self, and being centered from there, you can make any decisions in your life. Because you are calm, you are composed. And it has been found in our meditation as well. It has scientifically been proven that in meditation, you are alert. You are very alert. At the same time, very peaceful. You are. So if you take any drug for that matter, for depression or something like that, once people have these problems these days, they take pills, different kind of pills. For depression, someone becomes very euphoric, very excited, ecstatic after taking it. But what happens once when the effect of the medicine peters out? They become depressed again. But with the meditation, what happens is you become very alert, and at the same time, very conscious, very proactive, but at the same time, very peace within yourself. It has been found by many scientists across the globe. There was research in Russia and also in NASA, and BTG was also part of it. So this science is not something that can only be talked about in a few words, but it has to be experimented. And Sadhu Devi Maharaj, without having ever been to school, he, based on the meditation practice, he has authored as many as 36 scriptures on his own in the state of Samadhi. So in a very reverence towards the master, we advise everyone who come into the practice of Yanga Yoga, who practice Yanga Yoga, to have a picture of him, to bow down before meditation. You don't have to keep it, but just before meditation, if you are seated anywhere, you can just call upon the master and you can start meditation. You can do it maybe in your office, maybe at the university. When you find some time, if you are feeling a bit turbulent or if your mind is too wavering, you are not able to make decisions, maybe you can find a place for yourself. Sit there quietly for a while and then focus on your breath and meditation for 5 minutes. It will make things easier for you. So this meditation practice has to be done at least 3 months continuously in the morning and in the evening. The best time as you get up early in the morning, this is when you should do. And before you go to bed, you should practice for 10 minutes. So this is very useful. You can also go to the next stage of Yangam Yoga. There are 5 stages of Yangam Yoga. But to start with, this is the most important one, the most crucial one. And once you have been through for 3 months or 4 months time, you will be automatically taken to a place. You will realize in the meditation that there is a place in your body where your energy will go. You will feel a transcending level. there will be a place where you feel a kind of pulsating sense, and you will be automatically taken there, and it will make things more easier for you. So with this limited words, I would say if you have any questions regarding this meditation, because since we don't have time much for this course, if you have any question regarding meditation, please do let us know. Because if you are having any words, if you are using any words, and any picture related to that word will come up in your mind. In fact, we should not endeavor to capture our mind, because we have not seen it as he demonstrated. Because it has been dropped so much that it has lost its effect. So mind and matter should not be discussed at all. Because we always say that I have lost my mind. So it means, where was the mind when you lost it? Where were you when you lost it? So everyone talks about the mind at a very great length, but no one actually experienced it. So at this moment, as I talk to you, you can actually feel where you are. And even you feel that when you are lost, your mind is working because you know that you are lost. So if you take any pill for that matter, which make you unconscious or feel dizzy, you won't realize it because you're not present to it, you're not conscious of it. So as long as you are being conscious of what you're doing, you know that you are there, your mind is there. So it is not just about, based on the perception that we have, that reality is created. Maybe this table is for you to sit down and to place your hands or write something down. But what if it is for termite? Termite is a food. But termite uses this word as a food. But you as what? To place your objects, to place a book or to place a pen on the table. So everything is created according to the perception, and perception is created in the mind. So that's why everyone thinks differently. So whatever it is and whatever way it is perfectly fine the way you are, the way you think. So I wouldn't actually encourage to talk much about the mind, because everything exactly the way you think it is. Nothing is like that, nothing is that way. So but yeah, with the meditation practice, the inner core that is awakened, and then the inner guidance that takes you, that navigates you the right way. This is where the meditation comes in. Otherwise, everything is perfect the way you think it is. So I'm no one to judge you or vice versa, because that's the way I think. That's why there is so much turmoil in the world, because there's a conflict. Because I don't think and agree the way other person does, or vice versa. So everything is okay. So, but once you start meditation, you come to a stage where you are calm with yourself and calm with others as well. Because once you are peace within yourself, you can create peace around you. You cannot give something that you don't have yourself. So this meditation practice is about finding that inner core peace. Once it is awakened, there's a light that you follow. There's a beacon of light that you're going to follow. And that comes only with the practice of meditation. And also, I would say, faith in the master for a while. Because that will navigate you to the light of righteousness. You will know what to do. You will be in complete clarity of your own self. So this meditation that we have just learned today may seem very simple, but in fact, it takes you closer to yourself. We in this world, we are inundated with so much information. You have a Google, you can write down everything, and you have so much information about everything. Maybe the other person in India, as you know, that we know about other person more than ourselves, or we are interested in knowing about the other person than ourselves. So that's a joke apart that, but we don't know so many things that goes in our own life. And this meditation practice is actually put you. So it's about taking control of your own life. Because we're not able to control it, although we use our senses, the sense organs, but at times we go out of our mind. And this meditation practice that we have learned today is going to center you within yourself and guide you from there. Because once you are guided from within yourself, within the inner light of yourself, you'll make a better decision. You'll be a better version of your own self. We all have better and worse version of ourselves. We have to accept this reality. There's a book called The Man Without the Mental God. So there is both exist within us. It is perfectly all right. We are with virtues or otherwise as well. It's perfectly all right. There's nothing wrong in it. But to find a better version within ourselves, to become a better version of ourselves, this meditation practice is going to address that, to become a finer and better version of our own selves. As we become better and finer version of ourselves, we spread the light. As we are illuminated, we will spread the light that we have. So with those words, with those limited words, I would ask all of you, because since we have run out of time right now, I would say all of you to practice meditation. The tests are putting in reading, so you have to practice it for yourself. And once you have practiced it for 3 months, you can quit it if you don't like it. There's no binding. So if you think that it's not working out or you don't have time and I can't do it, it's not my job, it's not a cup of tea, I'm sorry, it's okay, it's fine. We're not here to bind you or with a guru or something like that. No. So you have to practice it for yourself, and it's for your own benefit. If you do it, it's perfectly all right for you. And I would strongly suggest and recommend that you continue with it for around 3 months. Once I'm back here after 3 months in February, maybe for the conference in the UN, maybe I can come back again with more time. We can talk more about meditation. So you can start it from today itself before you go to bed for 10 minutes in the morning and the evening. If you have any questions and queries about meditation, you can always ask Sri Vijayji. And I'm sure that because they have made their life with meditation. They were born somewhere in the village in India and they cracked IIT Kharagpur and Kanpur and all of them, all the GST. So great, and thank you so much for your time, and see you maybe after 3 months.
Yeah, of course, with the limitation of time, it's impossible to address all your email queries that you might have running within you. But there's so much more to actually experiment and go through, but because of shortage of time, we couldn't get everything together here. What we recommend to you all is be very clear with the process that you just learned and just start with it. And then have your queries addressed to the local contact that is mentioned in one of the key information sheet here. In the process of meditation, you will face some issues. For example, back pain, or maybe tingling sensation on your face, or maybe watery eyes on your head, maybe eye pain. There are so many things you will encounter, so don't hesitate to contact us when you have those problems. But most important thing is be persistent with the practice. Every morning, every evening. So be very clear how it has to be done. You understood that you have to practice it. Both eyes little open and gazing right at the tip of your nose. And practice that twice a day. This is the process you have to remember. That is mentioned also in key information sheet. Not the process, but not the entire process, but the hint of it, so that you can understand. And be very open to write questions to us at northamerika@bhavanagara.org. That is mentioned in one of the sheets. Or call us at NGO NJ Dhyan. That is also mentioned in one of the key information sheets. Thank you all. And let's conclude with a small prayer. Yeah. Oh yeah. So you have feedback from the pen inside. You may open it and get the feedback from Art. You just put your honest opinion about the things and the things that you expect in the session. You may put on that as well. So when you look at the form, it has the venue number in the address, and you have what you like or what you expect in the session, what you don't want in the session. You know, put on that as well. And in the meantime, we'll offer the therapies. You guys carry on with your feedback form. Yeah, so it has the age is optional. You don't have to disclose your age. I'm not comfortable with it. What brought you here? Things you appreciated, you put on there. Things you want us to do better, you can put on that. And yeah, so these are the pretty much information we have to put. So one of the very interesting experience that one of my sister in India had gone through, while you fill in the form, I'd like to share that. She had desired to actually experience something that the who was the Sarathi of Sanjay, yeah, Sanjay. Sanjay had read Sanjay in Mahabharata war, sitting right in the next to king. He was able to explain things happening in the warfield, right? So right being there, he was able to see things which was happening in the battlefield. So my sister had desired to actually get into that kind of experience right from her childhood. She was introduced in the NYU meditation technique, and what you learn today is just the first stage of the NYU, but then she was initiated next to the second stage of the NYU, which is different from that. And you'll get to that only after you complete this first stage. In the second stage, then she was automatically pulled by the gravity of our Reverend Master Sadhguru Maharaj inside, and taken into the level of experience that Mr. Gentleman has a question about. That do we need to imagine things? No, we don't. Right in her that state, she was connected to everything happening with her husband. Whether her husband, Mr. Lalit, was thinking anything in the mind, it was audible to her. If she was interacting with anybody, going anywhere, she was right being in meditation, able to experience everything. So meditation takes you to the level in which you don't imagine anything. Just connect to the things that exist. So she was literally able to connect to the things that was happening around her husband, everything that was happening. And that process continued for about 2 hours. She was taken into that deep stage of meditation. And that was all glory of this practice. She was so much having deep desire to get into it, and maybe that is why she got it. So all I'm trying to say is, you need to inculcate, you need to develop that deep desire to actually get into this meditation. More you develop urge for it, it will work better. So have that urge and practice this technique every morning, every evening without ends. Okay? Thank you all, and see you soon. Yeah, so you all can close your eyes and just listen to the prayer. Shanti Dura Sarvaya Shanti Deva Sarapala Shanti 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 Sukha Shanti. Thank you. Okay, so feel free to shoot email to our non-medical@bhimyoga.org. Visit our website www.bhimyoga.org for further information about the experiments that has happened with the scientists and the findings that are found. Right.
Actually, everybody should be, tested on the regular. Being sharp. I'm just trying to keep you sharp. You give us all Yeah, I know.
Education.
Losing your memory.